Today, I'd like to do a review on Humanatic.com. So, with Humanatic, they pay you per week in PayPal for you to review calls. So, here it says review calls and get paid. So, basically, you will listen to recorded phone calls, and they can be from different categories. They can be sales call, or they can be outbound calls, inbound calls, different types of calls. And it's basically easy. So you choose one of the categories, and for each category, it tells you how much it pays for each call. It's usually some cents. Um, and the thing about it is, but before I go into that, let me hold my thought. Okay, so you choose your category and then you go into the call and you listen to the call, and they give you options to choose from based on what you've heard on the call. For example, you will click the audio here to listen to the call, and then it will ask you a question. Did this call represent an opportunity for new business? And you select one of these options: opportunity for new business, existing client, fax, wrong number, spam, call wasn't answered, or can't determine this one. So based on listening the call, then you will know, the person on the other end of the call will say, "Hey, how much is it for you to paint my car?" or whatever. Um, and the person on the other line might ask, "Have we ever done it for you before?" or something like that. So you know it's a new or existing business, or maybe they won't even ask that question to let you know if it's new or existing business. Or maybe on the call it just rings and no one picks up. In that case, you would select this fourth option. And if it's a wrong number or somebody playing jokes, then you select this option. So basically, you have to listen to the call to determine the correct option. And the length of the calls are different. Some can be seconds, which is really quick, and some can be minutes. And sometimes the thing about it is that sometimes it's kind of not that easy to determine the answer. But sometimes you can listen to the very beginning of the call, and right away you pick it up. You know exactly what the answer is, and then you can move on to the next call. So the thing is, per call it's paid per cent. So the more calls you can go through within an hour, the better it is for you. So if you can pick it up real quick and select that option, go to the next call, select an option, go to the next call. But if it's but sometimes it's kind of difficult to know the correct answer. And your answers are reviewed to make sure that you know you selected the right one. In terms of legitimacy, this company is totally legitimate, but I do have some reservation about it, which I'm gonna get into. So here on this page, if you go to their homepage, they give you a bit of detail into how they work, what they do, and what you'll be doing. And you get paid through PayPal every week. You can withdraw your payments to your PayPal account. Now, I have some pros and cons about this company that I'd like to discuss. I did use Humanitics a few years ago, and when I was doing it, it wasn't that difficult in terms of the policies that they had in place. It did take a good bit of time for me to actually see money and make money, but it did help me out. It was extra cash for me at that time period back then. Um, and whenever I got a call wrong, then back then they didn't take away any money from my existing money. All they did was probably remove some of the categories that I had access to. I had limited amount of access to certain categories. But the better you do, when you do good, then you get more and more categories. And some categories are high paying categories. But now during this time period, other persons who are using Humanitics have said that if they get a call wrong, they lose like 4 cents. And the amount of cents per call is really small. So they lose a lot of cents if they get their answer wrong. So I don't think it's fair for the company to take away money that you've already earned if you get an answer wrong. And the other thing about it is that it might not necessarily be wrong, because you might, based on what you've heard on the call, it might be the right thing. And I think they have a senior reviewer who goes in and actually listen to the call. And if they mark your answer as wrong and they took away your money, and the senior reviewer goes in and re-listens to the call, and then the senior reviewer says, hey, it's actually right, then they give you back your money. Like, there's no clear cut way of knowing what the correct answer is. For example, that I just gave you, they marked the call wrong when it was actually correct. So it's not fair for them to take away money from you after you've already earned it. So that really pulls you back in terms of how much you can earn. It does take a lot of time for you to make money because of issues like these. And I think that it's a great opportunity, because this is one of the sites that if you sign up, you can get inside and start making money right away. You don't have to wait for anything. So I think that part of it is great. But in terms of the time it takes to make money, because they pay too low, and the issues of them taking away your money when you've made an error or whatever, whether it's an error or not, because sometimes it's really not an error. It gets complicated right there when they take away your money for a response that you gave. I don't think that is fair at all. Yep. So my pros is that it's a legitimate site. It's a site that I've used in the past and it was very helpful to me. It's a site where you can start working right away, and you actually do get paid via your PayPal account, and you do get some bonus. So if you answer, say, a certain amount of calls correct, back to back to back, then you get a bonus, like you get an extra 20 cents or something. So that's really the good part. The cons for me is the fact that they will take away some cents from you. I'm not sure on the exact number, but they take away some cents from you if there's a call that's marked as wrong. And the next thing that's a big con is it's just a low payment. It's like it pays low. Like you would have to work hours to see substantial amount of money in your account. So that's the biggest con for me. Nevertheless, I'd like you to check it out if you think that you want to try it for yourself to see what it's like, and if it works for you. If it doesn't, so you can go in and check it out and let me know what you think about it. As I said before, it's really easy, 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 easy. Like no, oh my gosh, no requirements, like no degree, no experience needed. So it's really simple to do. Anybody can do it. You can be a teenager and do it. So it's really easy to do. Yep. So please check it out and let me know what you think. If you don't want to check it out, then that's totally fine. You can skip it, because, as I said, those cons are really big cons. But in any case, you can tell me what you think about it. If you've already tried it, let me know your experience. And if this video was helpful for you, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, because I'll be posting other things on this channel, and I would love to have you on my channel. And also, please click the notification bell so you can be notified when I post up new videos. Have a great one.